Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we got a brand new intel drop for Warzone centered around the return of Rebirth Island. And well, we have learned a decent amount about Rebirth in the past couple of days throughout the initial reveal trailer for it, and then also some of the initial blog and roadmap stuff. This intel drop gives us a brand new look at Rebirth Island gameplay, shows off a lot of the new map changes that they made, and sort of dissects what exactly they've got going on with the Rebirth map updates and launch this time around. So as we get into everything, if you enjoy the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. It's always really appreciated. It does really help grow the channel. So much love as always to everyone who takes the time to do so. And if you are new to the channel or you simply have not subscribed yet, every single day I got you covered with news, updates, patch notes, meta breakdowns, all things going on in COD right here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button to guarantee you are always up to date. But we've got our bringing Rebirth Island back intel drop, about a 3-minute video here with some of the developers from Beanox who led the development on Rebirth Island 3.0, I guess you could say, because it was Alcatraz and then it was Rebirth and now it's Rebirth Island yet again. But let's get into this. So we've got Carl here. We have to say hello to everyone. Hello, Carl. We get our Rebirth first look or second look, I guess, here. Intel drops. Call of Duty Warzone pre-order now. Obviously, Resurgence. One of the, if not the most successful part of Warzone. Now, hello, Richard. We got to say hi to everyone. So right away, we're already seeing a couple of things here. The redesign, and they'll talk about this a bit more into the video, but the whole map essentially has gotten a an uplift, you could say, a makeover, you could say, where the buildings are the same, the layouts are going to be roughly the same, but they're going to look more modern. And like I said, they'll talk about that here in a bit. But we see ascenders going from certain buildings here, and we'll see more of that throughout the gameplay reveal and footage here.
Still there, so when they will drop into this map, they will just feel at home.
Another thing that we see here, right as you're landing on, what is this, biolabs or whatever, chemical weapons, whatever, zip line going from point A to point B over to the rooftop over here by the Alcatraz building back in the day, right? So new way to navigate this more open space here that oftentimes led you out into an open area. Okay, I need to make it from this corner building over to the jump ups on this side of the map. Well, now you can just briefly zip line over there. You can jump off of that, make a play out of that, an instant update there that's already helping with the quality of life. Also paying attention to what was being talked about here. The map is going to be just like what we remember from back in the day. So the same secrets, the same environmental things there, like where guns will be spawning on ground loot, for instance, as they say here. Hello, Matthew.
Just sitting on a corner, I can pick it up. All right.
Certain spots on the map had certain drops associated with them. For instance, we get a look at the moors here. You go to this corner building, and what do you know? We're actually up on the water tower, it looks like. You've got the Moors sitting there and you've got a snipe. Another new thing that we actually talked about back when the initial trailer dropped is that this is the gondola going from prison down to the docks area. While you can still take the gondola and it'll go up and down and up and down, and you can use that as mobile cover or a way to traverse the map, you can now actually use the zip line that the gondola uses as your own personal zip line as well. So you can actually skip past the gondola if you don't want to sit there and wait for it to come and pick you up. You can just manually do this. Obviously, it leaves you a bit more exposed. You don't have the cover of the gondola itself, but it is a new way again to navigate the map here, which is pretty cool.
All the little secrets that you had in the past, they should be there.
Another important one. So all the secrets, I take that as like Easter eggs and whatnot that we had back on OG Rebirth are still going to persist in this, iteration of Rebirth as well, which I think is really cool, kind of keeping the map true to what it once was. Obviously, one of the most popular maps in Warzone history, of course.
Honk the boat if you want.
You can still go honk the horn on the boat.
But it's important for us,
and that's all that really matters here.
Also,
Honestly, if that's one takeaway, it's that you can honk the horn on the boat still. We get a general little overview.
Black Ops era, and so it's technically an old island, but this time we're in Modern Warfare 3, so we're in the modern era.
We got to talk about this as well, but as they just said there, so Rebirth being an OG Black Ops map, it's always been based around Black Ops era. You know, that's why the map was old, run down a little bit, but now they're bringing it to a modern edition. Modern Warfare 3 is where this map takes place now, so they've updated the looks of the map to fit a modern era. Now, we can already see this as well. this place down here, like at the bottom of this hill over on the edge of the map, again by the Alcatraz, by Long Building here, before kind of just a dead end. If you go down there, you're probably not looking all that good. Now you can see though, there's actually a zip line that goes up into this pipe that you can then enter and navigate and get into the center of the map in a new and unique way here that previously was not an option. So again, minor map updates that give you new entryways, new places to maybe hide out or, you know, post up and catch some players by surprise who maybe aren't watching these videos and seeing that these new places like this do exist.
And if we say, okay, it's Makarov and Coney, why would he be there?
So
like,
again,
there's the
face
chemical
value
lab
updates.
That there is an update in there because he's using it for
Hello,
research, for example.
Corinne? Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I'm probably not. I'm so sorry.
Actually makes sense to renovate. Well,
So they're going off of modern times, basically.
Decon was also a problem because Decon was all based on Nova 6 and gas.
So the
What
lore,
could Nova 6 now
the
be?
entire
It
building was
like
based around
make
Nova
weapons,
6 gas.
prototypes.
But now it's
That's the
about
reason why those
Atlas color, advanced warfare sort of themed weapon prototypes. So small little facelifts like that, just updating the map to reflect more of the play space and the time that we're in now with Modern Warfare. It's fundamentally not going to have drastic changes on gameplay, you know, changing the color of a building and making it look more modern or changing the interior. It's going to have the same layout, but instead of like an old machine, maybe it's now a new upgraded computer. It's fancy like that. It's cool that they're doing this. It shows like the little added levels of detail. From a gameplay standpoint, though, it won't be as different as, you know, changing layouts and adding new areas per se. See the gondola yet again.
Warzone have changed over time. There is a new mechanic.
the one thing that really
Another important
changed
one
the
here.
island is water. And so we had
Water. So yes, this is probably going to be the most gameplay changing feature with Rebirth this time around. And as they just alluded to, it's one of the biggest things. They have water now. Swimming is a mechanic that is actually viable on Rebirth. Before, back on OG Warzone, of course, if you touch the water, you instantaneously poofed into, you know, a cloud of dust. It was like Thanos snapped you out of reality because you could not touch water back in Warzone 1. It was very, very deadly. But we've got our floaties now. We've took swimming lessons, and we can now use the coastline to our advantage and various other new elements of the map to incorporate water-based gameplay to navigate. So
changed
here's
the
what they
island
say
in
about
water.
this.
And so we had to redo the entire shore of the island.
So the entire shore of the island has been redone to navigate with water gameplay. So that's going to be a pretty heavy focus. And I would imagine a lot of maps here, you're going to see people in the water. Zones are going to end on the side of the map where previously water was not a play. Now it will be. We also have the TAV vehicle that can go on land and in the water as well. That can be used very effectively in certain situations there.
We added PWC.
We can see this area again, this bottom part that previously was not a place that you'd ever see fights at in Warzone 1. Now a thing. You can zip line up into that pipe that we saw earlier, but also play in the water down. So they are actually expanding the map out a little bit. This little part here, I don't think this is a playable area. I don't think we're going to be going super far out into the ocean to play in the water, right? But this is more so cinematic stuff. So I wouldn't be too concerned if you're looking at this going, wait a minute, why are we on boats this far out? Why are we on, you know, jet skis this far out from the islands? I think this is more cinematic. We see more underwater pipes though. You can now go into these and get into new parts of the map as well.
Old stuff all coming together and making a great map.
So just simply being able to go in the water opens up things a ton. This is also a really cool thing. I think it's going to be cool. At least we'll have to see how it actually plays. But the infill strikes we saw in the blog post in the initial trailer, parts of the map were changing. The lighthouse, for instance, gets hit by an airstrike. It gets knocked over. Prison roof has a huge hole blown in it. The water tower collapses. Those are not things that'll be happening every single game. Instead, they'll be very random events where the majority of your matches, it's the same one-to-one Rebirth with the, you know, facelift that we've talked about in this video so far that we also know from back in the day and remember from back in the day. Certain matches, though, are going to have these infill strikes that change one or two locations in specific to give it a completely new feel. You can see this is the cinematic of it, basically.
The map dynamically.
The goal was to make each game unique.
I think this is going to do that pretty well. I mean, taking away one of the biggest camper points on the entire map with the tower here overlooking prison roof and everything, knocking this down, giving you a way to access prison roof from the outside that's not a zip line or a ladder or a awkward staircase. It's pretty crazy, right? Like that completely changes that entire area. The top of prison roof gets shot out. Now you can access the roof from inside. You can shoot down in from outside. Really changes things across the board. So that's a major like impact to very popular POIs. I think is cool. The fact that it doesn't happen every game, though, is very important.
Toute l'équipe de Binox est vraiment très
I think this is French.
en ligne Rebirth Island. J'espère
I
que
don't
vous
know,
allez
though, because I'm not very
se
cultured.
voit
You can make fun of me. It's okay. But yeah, Rebirth gameplay, it's going to be very nostalgic. It's going to be very similar to what we had before, but also there are new elements of this that are going to make this map feel a lot more fresh than in these one-off matches where you have an infill strike in, the roof of prison is opened up, the water tower gets knocked over, the lighthouse gets messed up. Those are going to be drastically different from what we've experienced ever on Rebirth Island. And so that nice mix of old and new, I think, is going to provide for a really cool experience. My biggest concern still is going to be our playlist rotation. Are we going to have solos, duos, trios, quads all available here? Are they going to limit it? I would hope they're just going to let people play Rebirth however they want for a good bit, because like I've said multiple times, it's one of the most popular maps ever. It's this and Verdansk at the very top of the list. We're finally getting this back. I hope they give everyone the full experience that they want so we can all check out Rebirth and revisit the nostalgia here. But that is the new and improved, maybe, we'll have to see how it plays, Rebirth Island gameplay here. Good look at some of the map changes and dynamic changes that are going to be happening here. If you enjoyed the video, though, do me a favor, drop a like on it. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out to guarantee you're always up to date with all things going on in Call of Duty. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.